This is about you. You are silent on the injustice that has been done to you, but, my beloved child, there is a truth following you quietly, like a shadow that refuses to leave. You learned to stay silent while injustice pressed against your chest, while words you deserved were never spoken, while apologies you earned were never given. You chose dignity over noise, patience over protest, strength over drama. But listen carefully now, silence does not mean weakness. Silence means preparation. Something has been watching how calmly you endured what should have broken you. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins with the truth that your pain was never ignored, only delayed for a reason far greater than you imagine. There were moments you questioned yourself in private, replaying events late at night, wondering why you were the one left unheard. You didn't fight back, not because you couldn't, but because you knew your character mattered more than proving a point. And that choice shifted everything. Every unfair word spoken about you, every credit stolen from you, every door quietly closed, none of it disappeared. It was recorded in ways you cannot see. Stay till the end, because what comes next is not revenge, not noise, not chaos. It is clarity. It is exposure without you lifting a finger. Don't skip, because the same silence you held is about to speak louder than any argument ever could. Now listen closely, because this is where the turn happens. The injustice you endured has reached its limit. Forces you never called upon are already moving, rearranging outcomes, reversing narratives, and placing you exactly where truth stands undeniable. The people who mistook your silence for surrender will soon face the weight of their own actions, without you saying a single word. Something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives not with chaos, but with undeniable results. Stay till the end of this journey. Your calm endurance was not the end of your story. It was the setup for a moment so powerful, so precise, that everyone will finally understand why you stayed silent. Listen carefully now, because this is the part most people never hear until it's too late. While you stayed quiet, thinking nothing was changing, something unseen was shifting in your favor. Every time you chose not to react, not to explain yourself, not to beg for fairness, a balance was being prepared. You were being tested, not punished. Tested to see if you would still remain true when misunderstood. Tested to see if your integrity would survive silence. Don't skip this, because what you thought was delay was actually alignment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has been moving closer with every calm breath you took through the injustice. There is a reason certain doors closed without explanation and certain people drifted away without closure. They were never meant to walk with you into what comes next. The injustice you endured was not random, it revealed who lacked truth, who feared your presence, who felt threatened by your light even when you dimmed it yourself. You were silent, but silence has memory. Silence remembers everything. And soon, circumstances will speak on your behalf in ways words never could. Stay till the end, because the same situation that once made you question your worth will soon become the proof of your strength. Don't skip, this shift is rare, and not everyone reaches this moment. Now understand this deeply. What is coming does not need your defense. You will not have to explain, justify, or remind anyone of what they did. Life itself is preparing that conversation for you. Truth has a way of rising when the time is right, and that time is approaching fast. Something huge is waiting for you: recognition without asking, respect without demanding, justice without confrontation. Stay till the end of this process. You were silent not because you were powerless, but because you were being positioned for an outcome so clear, so undeniable, that silence will become the loudest statement you ever made. Now feel this shift, because this part is subtle but powerful. The moment you stopped trying to prove yourself, everything began to realign. You may not have noticed it yet, but the pressure around you is changing. The same space that once felt heavy with unfairness is starting to open. You were never meant to fight this battle loudly. Your strength was designed to work in stillness. Don't skip this awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires you to recognize that your calm was not accidental, it was strategic. There are people who still believe your silence means you accepted what happened. They think time erased the injustice. They think you moved on because you were defeated. They are wrong. Silence matures truth. While they speak casually, unaware, the consequences are slowly taking shape. You don't need to announce anything. You don't need to warn anyone. What is unfolding will explain itself. Stay till the end, because when the shift becomes visible, it will feel sudden to them, but you will know it was long overdue. Don't skip this moment, because it marks the end of confusion and the beginning of undeniable clarity. Here is what matters most now: how you carry yourself from this point forward. The energy around you is responding differently. Opportunities will begin to recognize you without effort. Conversations will change tone. Respect will arrive where resistance once stood. This is not coincidence, it is correction. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not come through struggle. It comes through timing. Stay till the end of this season. The silence you held through injustice is about to transform into a result so precise, so balanced, that you will finally understand why you were asked to wait. Pay close attention now, because this is the turning edge. The season of absorbing injustice without response is ending, and a different kind of power is stepping forward. Not loud. Not aggressive. But undeniable. You didn't speak when you could have shattered narratives, and that restraint built something rare inside you. While others rushed to defend their image, you protected your essence. That choice altered the outcome more than you know. Don't skip this awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives at the exact moment when you no longer need validation from the very place that wronged you. What happens next may look small at first. A shift in tone, a sudden opportunity, a conversation that feels different, but these are signals. Life is rebalancing the scale quietly. People who once dismissed you will begin to notice hesitation in themselves. Situations that blocked you will loosen without explanation. You won't need to announce your growth, it will be felt. The injustice you carried is becoming the foundation beneath your next step. Stay till the end, because this phase rewards those who endured without bitterness. Don't skip, even if it feels calm, this calm is the doorway. Here is the truth most never hear: justice does not always arrive as an apology. Sometimes it arrives as elevation. As distance from what tried to diminish you. As peace where there was once confusion. You are about to see why silence was required, not to suppress you, but to preserve you. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it unfolds, it will feel natural, almost quiet, yet profoundly irreversible. Stay till the end of this chapter. You were not forgotten. You were being prepared for a moment where injustice loses its grip, not because you fought it, but because you outgrew it. This is the moment where understanding settles deep within you. You may feel a quiet confidence rising, one that doesn't need permission or applause. It comes from knowing you survived something unfair without losing yourself. That alone sets you apart. The injustice you faced tried to harden you, but instead it refined you. Pay attention to this feeling. Don't skip it. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins with realizing that your calm presence now carries more weight than any argument you could have made back then. Soon, you will notice how differently people respond to you. Not because you demanded respect, but because your energy no longer negotiates for it. The silence you maintained has matured into authority. Situations that once drained you will no longer reach you. Words that once hurt will no longer land. This is not distance, it is growth. Stay till the end, because this shift is irreversible. Don't skip, even if it feels subtle. The most powerful changes never announce themselves, they simply change everything around you. And here is what seals it all: you are no longer waiting for justice to arrive, you have become its outcome. The lessons, the patience, the restraint have aligned you with something higher than validation. What comes next will not repeat the past, it will replace it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will feel like relief, like alignment, like finally standing where nothing needs to be explained. Stay till the end of this unfolding. The chapter of silent endurance is closing, and a new one, strong, steady, and unshakable, is already beginning. Now observe how your inner world feels different, even before the outer world fully responds. There is a steadiness in you that wasn't there before, a grounded awareness that nothing can easily shake. This is not emptiness, it is clarity. You are no longer replaying the injustice in your mind, no longer waiting for someone to finally understand. You have moved beyond that need. Don't skip this realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it starts with the moment you recognize that peace has quietly replaced the weight you carried for so long. You will soon notice that decisions come easier now. You trust yourself more. You walk away sooner from what feels wrong. This is the after effect of silence handled correctly, it sharpens discernment. The same situation that once confused you would no longer trap you today. You see through intentions faster. You sense truth without effort. Stay till the end, because this awareness is protection. Don't skip, even if it feels calm. Calm is where real power lives, and you have earned your place there. Here is the final shift taking shape: life begins responding to who you have become, not what you endured. Opportunities will align with your new boundaries. People will meet you at the level you now hold. The injustice that once defined a painful chapter will soon feel distant, like a lesson completed. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a dramatic event, but as a lasting state of being. Stay till the end of this evolution. You are no longer shaped by what was done to you, but by the strength you discovered by remaining silent when it mattered most. Now comes the phase where your presence alone begins to shift rooms. You may not announce yourself, yet people sense something different when you arrive. This is not intimidation, it is alignment. You have integrated what you went through instead of being broken by it. The injustice no longer lives in your tone, your posture, or your choices. It has been transformed into quiet certainty. Don't skip this understanding. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is connected to how effortlessly you now command respect without asking for it. You might notice that conversations pause when you speak, or that people listen more closely than before. Not because your voice is louder, but because it is grounded. The silence you once carried has trained you to speak only when it matters. This is why your words now land with precision. Situations that once overlooked you will begin to reconsider. Paths that were blocked will open without resistance. Stay till the end, because this shift will feel natural to you but surprising to everyone else. Don't skip, this is the reward of patience fully realized. Here is what completes this stage. You stop needing outcomes to validate you. Whether recognition comes today or later, your sense of worth remains intact. This is freedom. From this place, everything aligns faster. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this inner stability more than effort or force ever could. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You are no longer reacting to life, you are quietly setting the tone, and life is adjusting itself around you. This is where your story begins to reflect back to you in unexpected ways. You may see people from the past reappear in thought, in conversation, or even in real life, not to reopen wounds, but to close cycles. What once felt unresolved no longer holds power over you. You have already moved beyond it. Don't skip this moment of recognition. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is tied to how completely you have released the need to be understood by those who never truly listened. You will sense a widening ahead, like life making more room for you. Your choices start leading you toward spaces where fairness, respect, and balance feel natural. This is not luck, it is alignment catching up with your growth. The injustice you endured taught you what you will never accept again. That clarity now guides you forward. Stay till the end, because this phase confirms that nothing you went through was wasted. Don't skip, even the quiet confirmations matter more than loud promises. Here is the truth settling in, you are no longer defined by what happened, but by how completely you transcended it. Your energy no longer carries the echo of unfairness, it carries resolution. From this place, progress accelerates without pressure. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a single moment, but as a series of right turns that feel almost effortless. Stay till the end of this journey. You are stepping into a chapter where justice feels like peace, and strength feels like ease. Now notice how your expectations of life have shifted. You are no longer bracing for disappointment or preparing explanations in advance. You meet moments as they come, grounded and aware. This is a sign of deep healing. The injustice that once taught you caution has now given you wisdom instead. Don't skip this awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds from this new way you are showing up, present, calm, and unguarded by fear. You may find that life begins to offer you choices instead of tests. Where there was once resistance, there is flow. Where you once felt overlooked, you are now considered. This does not happen by chance. It happens because you stopped fighting what was unfair and allowed yourself to rise beyond it. Stay till the end, because this shift rewrites your relationship with effort. Don't skip, even ease can feel unfamiliar when you've carried weight for so long. Here is what anchors this stage: trust. Not blind trust in outcomes, but trust in yourself. You know now that no matter what unfolds, you will not abandon your values or your peace. This is strength at its highest form. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this inner trust more than any struggle ever could. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You are no longer surviving circumstances, you are navigating life from a place of quiet mastery. Now everything slows just enough for you to see clearly. You begin to recognize patterns you once missed, not with regret, but with understanding. The injustice that once felt personal now reveals itself as misalignment that could never last. You were never meant to stay where truth was compromised. Don't skip this realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is rooted in how clearly you now see your own path without confusion. You may feel a gentle pull toward new directions, ideas, places, or connections that feel lighter and more honest. This is not escape, it is evolution. Your silence carried you out of what could not hold your integrity. Now life responds by presenting options that respect who you are becoming. Stay till the end, because these openings will feel subtle but lead to significant change. Don't skip, even quiet invitations can transform everything. Here is the grounding truth of this phase: you no longer seek fairness from the past. You build alignment in the present. That is the real victory. The injustice did not stop you, it refined your direction. Something huge is waiting for you, and it reveals itself through steady progress, not sudden noise. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You are stepping forward with clarity, and clarity always finds its reward. This is where your confidence becomes quiet but absolute. You no longer need reassurance from others to confirm your value. The injustice that once made you question yourself has lost its voice. You stand steady now, not because everything is perfect, but because you trust your footing. Don't skip this awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it connects to the moment you stopped measuring yourself against unfair standards. You may notice that people begin to treat you differently without knowing why. There is more respect, more care in their words, more space given to your presence. This is the echo of how you now treat yourself. Silence taught you to listen deeply, to others, and to your own intuition. Stay till the end, because this inner shift is what reshapes your outer world. Don't skip, even subtle changes carry powerful meaning. Here is what defines this stage: self-respect without armor. You no longer defend who you are, yet nothing can diminish you. This balance is rare. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this grounded confidence more than effort ever could. Stay till the end of this journey. You are not proving anything anymore, you are simply living in alignment, and alignment always draws the right outcomes toward you. Now listen with full attention, because this part carries weight. You have reached a point where the past no longer has authority over your reactions. The injustice that once tried to define you has been stripped of its power. It no longer controls your mood, your decisions, or your sense of direction. This is not because it was small, but because you became larger than it. You grew in places no one could see. You matured in silence. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is tied to the strength you built when no one was applauding your endurance. There is a quiet momentum forming around you now. Things begin to line up without force. Conversations feel purposeful. Delays start making sense. You are no longer chasing closure, you are receiving understanding. And that understanding is freeing. You see clearly who wronged you, but more importantly, you see clearly who you are. The injustice did not contaminate your heart, it clarified it. Stay till the end, because this clarity is rare. Don't skip, even if it feels peaceful. Peace is not emptiness, it is evidence that something inside you has settled into truth. Here is the deeper revelation: the reason you were silent was because your role was never to convince, confront, or collapse under unfairness. Your role was to outgrow it. And you did. Now life begins responding to you differently. Not urgently, not dramatically, but accurately. The right outcomes find you without resistance. The wrong ones fall away without conflict. Something huge is waiting for you, and it feels like alignment, like relief, like finally standing where nothing needs to be defended. Stay till the end of this chapter. You are not stepping into noise, you are stepping into a season where your presence alone speaks louder than injustice ever could. Now a deeper stillness settles within you, and it is not emptiness, it is certainty. You no longer rush to interpret signs or question timing. You understand that what arrives late often arrives complete. The injustice you carried in silence has finished its work on you. It shaped patience, not bitterness. Awareness, not fear. Don't skip this recognition. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds from this calm assurance that you are exactly where you need to be. You may begin to sense that life is no longer testing you in the same way. Challenges still appear, but they no longer shake your foundation. You respond instead of react. You choose instead of endure. This is mastery born from experience. The silence you once held has trained you to move with intention. Stay till the end, because this shift changes how outcomes meet you. Don't skip, even quiet strength alters entire trajectories. Here is what defines this stage clearly: you are no longer waiting for justice to validate you. You are living in alignment that makes validation unnecessary. What once hurt now informs your wisdom. What once felt unfair now protects your future. Something huge is waiting for you, and it comes as stability that cannot be taken, peace that cannot be argued with, and progress that does not need permission. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You have crossed from endurance into embodiment, and that changes everything. Now let this sink in slowly, because this part is heavier than it sounds. There was a time when you thought staying silent meant you were losing. You watched others speak louder, justify themselves, twist stories, and still get heard while you remained unseen. That hurt more than you admitted. But here is the truth you are finally ready to hear: silence was never your loss. It was your protection. While others exposed their intentions too early, you preserved your depth. While they reacted, you observed. While they exhausted themselves explaining, you conserved your strength. Don't skip this understanding. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is directly connected to how much you did not say when you were provoked. There is a maturity in you now that cannot coexist with the old version of your life. You may feel it when certain conversations no longer interest you, when old arguments feel irrelevant, when proving your point feels unnecessary. This is not avoidance. This is evolution. You have already processed what happened at a level deeper than words. That is why revisiting it feels pointless. The injustice taught you discernment. It taught you where not to invest your energy again. Stay till the end, because this detachment is not coldness, it is clarity. Don't skip, even if this calm feels unfamiliar. Calm means you are no longer living from the wound. Here is the powerful shift taking place now: you are no longer waiting for the world to be fair, you are aligning yourself with what is right for you. And when that happens, unfair situations simply cannot stay attached to you. They fall off naturally. You outgrow them. The narrative changes without confrontation. Something huge is waiting for you, and it comes as a life that feels lighter, cleaner, and more honest. Stay till the end of this realization. You were silent because your future required strength, not noise, and now that strength is leading you somewhere the past can no longer reach. Now you begin to feel the separation clearly. The line between who you were when the injustice happened and who you are now. That line matters. On one side is survival, on the other is self-direction. You no longer move from reaction or defense. You move with choice. The silence you held back then was not confusion, it was instinct guiding you toward this version of yourself. Don't skip this awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is unlocked by recognizing how far you have already come. You may notice that you no longer replay conversations in your mind. The need to rewrite the past has dissolved. Instead, your attention is forward, calm, and deliberate. This is what happens when closure comes from within rather than from others. The injustice no longer asks anything from you. It has finished teaching you. Stay till the end, because this release is not temporary. Don't skip, even lightness can feel unfamiliar after carrying weight for so long. Here is what defines this stage. Authorship. You are no longer a character reacting to someone else's choices. You are writing your own direction now. Boundaries feel natural. Standards feel clear. Peace feels earned. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this inner authority more than effort or explanation ever could. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You are no longer moving away from the past, you are moving toward a future that finally matches who you have become. Now a quiet confidence anchors itself deeper within you, and this time it feels permanent. You are no longer surprised by your own strength. You trust it. The injustice that once demanded your emotional energy no longer qualifies for your attention. That chapter has closed without noise, without announcement, without permission. Don't skip this realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it emerges from the moment you stopped carrying what was never meant to be yours forever. You may notice how your standards have risen without effort. What once felt acceptable now feels misaligned. You are not becoming difficult, you are becoming precise. This precision protects your peace. You choose environments, people, and paths that feel clean and grounded. The silence you practice taught you how to listen to yourself fully. Stay till the end, because this refinement is power in its most sustainable form. Don't skip, even subtle upgrades change the entire structure of your life. Here is the defining truth of this stage: you no longer need distance to heal, you are already healed enough to choose wisely. The injustice no longer shapes your expectations, wisdom does. Something huge is waiting for you, and it comes as consistency, stability, and a life that no longer pulls you into explanation or defense. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You are no longer recovering, you are building, and what you build now will last. Now let this part reach you slowly, because it carries depth. You are standing at a point where the memory of injustice no longer carries emotional charge. You can recall what happened without tightening inside. That alone tells you how much you have transformed. Healing did not make you forget, it made you unshakable. The silence you chose was not avoidance. It was inner work happening in real time. Don't skip this realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is directly connected to how peacefully you now hold your past. You are beginning to understand that strength does not always announce itself through confrontation. Sometimes strength is visible only in restraint. You could have reacted, but you didn't. You could have explained, but you chose dignity. That decision reshaped your nervous system, your thinking, your identity. You are no longer triggered by the same things. You see clearly where people act from fear, ego, or insecurity, and you no longer personalize it. Stay till the end, because this clarity is rare. Don't skip, even if it feels quiet. Quiet growth lasts longer than loud victories. Here is the deeper shift now unfolding: you are no longer defined by what you tolerated, but by what you will never tolerate again. This is evolution. Your boundaries are internal now, not reactive. You do not need reminders of what hurt you, you carry wisdom instead. Something huge is waiting for you, and it feels like inner authority, steady, calm, undeniable. Stay till the end of this chapter. You are not moving away from injustice anymore, you are standing in a space where it simply cannot reach you. Now the rhythm of your life begins to feel intentional rather than reactive. You wake up with less weight on your chest, less urgency to prove anything, less attachment to outcomes that once controlled your emotions. This is not numbness. This is sovereignty. You are no longer driven by what went wrong, you are guided by what feels right. The injustice that once demanded your attention has lost its claim on your energy. Don't skip this awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it starts with realizing that your inner world is no longer under negotiation. You may notice that certain opportunities now find you without effort, while others quietly remove themselves. This is discernment at work. You are no longer attracted to chaos disguised as excitement or validation disguised as success. Your nervous system recognizes truth faster now. You choose what sustains you, not what drains you. The silence you once held trained you to sense alignment before words are spoken. Stay till the end, because this skill protects your future more than force ever could. Don't skip. Even clarity can feel unfamiliar when you've lived too long in survival mode. Here is the quiet revelation anchoring this stage: you have become selective not because you are afraid, but because you are aware. You know what it costs to abandon yourself, and you will not pay that price again. This is maturity earned, not taught. Something huge is waiting for you, and it comes as continuity, peace that lasts, direction that holds, progress that doesn't collapse under pressure. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You are no longer reacting to injustice, you are living from a place where only what aligns with your truth is allowed to remain. Now this part asks you to pause internally, because it speaks to something deep and earned. You have reached a level of awareness where you no longer rush to interpret people's actions. You understand that not everything needs your response. The injustice you once carried has dissolved into insight. It taught you discernment without hardening your heart. You learned when to stay, when to leave, and when silence is the most accurate answer. Don't skip this realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is directly connected to how calmly you now move through situations that once disturbed your peace. There is a noticeable steadiness in you now. Your emotions are no longer pulled in every direction by external behavior. You observe more than you absorb. You respond less, yet your presence speaks more. This is not withdrawal, it is mastery. The silence you practiced refined your emotional intelligence. You can now sense misalignment early and exit without drama. Stay till the end, because this ability saves years of energy. Don't skip. Even quiet discernment can change the entire course of your life. Here is the deeper truth anchoring this stage: you are no longer trying to be understood by those who never sought to understand you. You have released that contract completely. What remains is self-trust, and self-trust is unshakable. Something huge is waiting for you, and it feels like inner stability that does not depend on circumstances. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You are no longer navigating life through wounds, you are navigating it through wisdom, and wisdom always leads you to the right place. Now the horizon ahead feels clearer, not because everything is visible, but because you trust your direction. You no longer need certainty to move forward. The injustice that once made you cautious has transformed into confidence grounded in experience. You know what misalignment feels like, and you know how to walk away from it without hesitation. Don't skip this awareness. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds the moment you realize that doubt no longer governs your choices. You may sense a stronger connection to your intuition now. Decisions feel quieter, cleaner, and more deliberate. You are not rushing toward outcomes, you are aligning with them. This is why things begin to meet you halfway. The silence you once kept has sharpened your inner compass. You no longer confuse urgency with importance. Stay till the end, because this clarity is rare. Don't skip, even calm direction can lead to powerful destinations. Here is what defines this stage completely: confidence without noise. You are no longer reacting to the past or bracing for injustice. You are building from awareness. The weight you once carried has become wisdom you now carry lightly. Something huge is waiting for you, and it arrives through steady momentum rather than sudden force. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You are not being pushed forward, you are being guided, and that guidance is precise, grounded, and deeply aligned with who you have become. Now stay with this moment, because this part carries layers. You are standing in a space where your inner world has finally caught up with your strength. There was a time you were strong but tired, aware but wounded. That phase has passed. The injustice you endured no longer leaks into your thoughts or decisions. You don't rehearse explanations anymore. You don't imagine alternate endings. You are present. Fully. Don't skip this realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is born from the moment your mind stopped living in yesterday. There is a grounded authority in you now. Not control, not dominance, authority. It shows in how you speak less but mean more, how you choose silence without suppression, how you walk away without resentment. You have nothing to prove because you have already survived what was meant to shrink you. The silence you once held refined your emotional discipline. You are no longer pulled into unnecessary conflict or emotional labor. Stay till the end, because this self-command is rare. Don't skip, even internal order reshapes external reality. Here is the truth that settles everything: you are no longer waiting for life to correct the injustice, you have already corrected its impact within yourself. And that is the highest form of justice. From this place, you attract experiences that mirror your clarity, your boundaries, your peace. Something huge is waiting for you, and it feels like stability that lasts, respect that is natural, and progress that does not require sacrifice of self. Stay till the end of this unfolding. You are no longer healing, you are inhabiting your power, quietly, completely, and without apology. Now this is the closing moment, and it matters more than you think. Everything you have experienced, the silence, the restraint, the injustice, has led you here, to a place of deep alignment with yourself. You are no longer defined by what happened, nor by how long you stayed quiet. You are defined by what you became because you chose dignity over chaos. This was never about enduring pain forever, it was about transforming it into clarity. Don't skip this final realization. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and it lives in the certainty that nothing taken from you was ever truly yours to lose. You are stepping forward now with a calm confidence that cannot be questioned. Not because others finally agree with you, but because you agree with yourself. The injustice no longer follows you, it ends here. You have closed the cycle without confrontation, without explanation, without noise. And that is power. The kind that lasts. The kind that reshapes your future quietly but completely. Stay till the end, because this is the moment where you stop carrying the story and start living beyond it. Don't skip, even endings shape beginnings. Here is the final truth. You were silent because your life required depth, not drama. And now, from this place of inner order, everything ahead responds to you differently. You move lighter. You choose wiser. You stand firmer. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a promise, but as a reality already unfolding. Stay till the end of this journey. The injustice is finished. The silence has spoken. And what comes next belongs fully to you.